what I think and what the next potential plan is for BTC. Then we're obviously looking at some of these altcoins, some of the ones from yesterday, some of the others that I've got set up for you guys. And then I've got a special treat for you. I've got the ADA girls in town, the girls that made that video about me. And I'm going to bring them on and we're going to talk ADA and we're going to find out if we need to be bulls on ADA or not. We've got a lot to talk about today. Let's get right into this. I see Ivan saying, respect the pump. And it feels like it's been ages since we saw this type of greenery. I mean, wow. Look at FLOKI, 14%. We spoke about that one yesterday. It was teeing up for a bit of a squeeze. So nice to see FLOKI moving. 𝗬𝗏 has come to the party. Bro, I caught this 𝗬𝗏. We spoke about 𝗬𝗏 yesterday on the show. I got that long. I'm going to show you my current 𝗬𝗏 situation, but everything's green. Basically, you're a genius trader today. If you jumped into anything yesterday, anything on a level yesterday, you are looking good right now. And you must wave that P&L around to your wife and your girlfriend and everyone else because you're a genius right now. Things are pumping and CPI has obviously helped the current situation. Let's look at the current BTC situation and what is going on. So we've basically just taken off beautifully here and we've pumped straight into a resistance zone. So right now, what am I looking at in the immediate, well, what do we call it? The immediate short term. We've got this dangerous 50-day moving average coming up here, 65,250. So this is a big one that we need to pay attention to now. This is a reaction zone. This is a TP zone. This is a resistance zone. And Ray, tell me, what do I need to do here? I'm currently long BTC. Am I taking profit here? What is the plan? Let me know what you think we need to do here and what the plan is. And 50-day MA coming in hot here. And what is the next level? We're just piercing at the moment. So what you can do after this little break, if you are scalping, you can watch the 64,400 level right now. Watch this region. You can see we're trying to break through here and trying to hold this current area. So that's a big one that you can pay attention to. And then a nice horizontal and a nice juicy retest zone. This is an area, if you missed a potential BTC long, this is an area of interest for you. This is where you can potentially grab your next long and it will be on a pullback to the previous resistance and 382 fib. So we're looking, if we do get a rejection here on this 50-day MA, we're looking at something like this for the next big move, for the next potential trade. So keep your eyes on 63,280 down to about 63,200. That's a nice little area that we're going to be watching over there. And then a little bit lower down, we've got 62,470. So watch these zones. These are nice little pullback areas that we're going to be paying attention to. And these are potential long zones. If this market's going to stay bullish, we're looking for bullish pullbacks here. And these are the type of areas that we want to see pinged if we get that move lower. Okay, let's look at some of the things happening. Well, obviously, as you know, CPI has come out. So basically what they're saying here is much to the satisfaction of JP. Okay, the CPI comes in cooler than expected. And the US CPI rose 0.3% on the month, below estimates for 0.4. So the market is absolutely loving this. And the important one, the one that I like to watch is the headline inflation year on year. That came in 3.4%, which was actually in line with expectations, but it was a little bit better than the previous month. So that tells us that it's coming down, and maybe this inflation target is going to be coming to fruition, the 2% target that they have. And as you can see, the traders now have firmed up their bets on the Fed rate cuts in September and December. So now the guys are really starting to think that these rate cuts are going to be a possibility. And we can see the S&P 500 is absolutely ripping now. All-time highs have been printed. And Kevin just said, let's just hit this bull thing. Ray, are you bullish, bro? Are you bullish? We've got...
We're bullish. We're bullish.
We've got an S&P all-time high, guys. Can you believe it? We've been in what's felt like an eternity of bearish conditions, but this S&P is just ground up and ground up and ground up. And now, can you believe it? We have broken all-time high. And this is what we were looking for yesterday. We were saying if we're going to get a bullish CPI, this thing is going to start blowing. And now, I mean, you've got a major level now on this S&P 500, this 5,260. That is now your new support market. That's the one you're going to pay attention to if there are any pullbacks. pullbacks. And then a little bit lower down, you're going to watch that 50-day MA. That's at 5,150. So looking good on the S&P. And I'm still running this S&P long at the moment as well. So you can go onto Prime XBT and they let you trade the S&P 500. They let you trade gold, oil, silver, and all these other things as well on their platform. And you can see I'm in an S&P long here. I've been sitting in this one for a while. So that thing is still cooking and moving along. So Prime XBT, if you want to trade gold, oil, silver, and take crypto trades and things like that, there's a 7% sign-up bonus for you in the link in the description of the show. So take a look there. Right, let's continue. What did we see? We saw the ETFs. They're finally getting some more net inflow here. So that is also starting to look a little bit bullish here. I tweeted this earlier today. You can follow me on Twitter at the Lord of Entry, and I'm dropping tons of alpha there for you guys on a daily basis. And another big one that I'm watching at the moment is the liquidation map. And you can see these shorters have been absolutely rinsed. This is the one day that we're looking at.
There's one thing that we're not watching. Hold on, I'm sorry, man. Where are the likes at? Where are the likes?
Guys, if you are enjoying the content and you love what we are doing, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell button, do the thing, do the right thing. The shorters got absolutely rinsed out here. So this is quite interesting now. If we look at this liquidation heat map, there's little clusters that we can pay attention to now. Where could they potentially send the price? And if they do want to send it higher, you can see there's a nice little juicy cluster here, up to around 65,500. So that looks interesting. So look out for maybe a potential fake out through that 50-day MA, and then a little rejection, because you can see now that the longs have built up, and the more fun for the market makers looks like it's actually going to be on some kind of pullback lower down based on this particular chart. So look out for that rejection at the 50-day MA, and let's keep our eyes on our big support levels that we want to be watching. Okay, BTC on the daily chart. Now, this is the big one. This is the one that I was talking about earlier today. And this is a level for me, or this is an event that has just happened here. We've had a breakout of this daily downtrend. Now, this was huge. Yesterday, I was telling you guys, we were watching this inverse head and shoulders here, and this was a big bullish sign for us. This is something that was indicating that we were going to get some kind of bullish move here. And maybe this is now going to play out for us. But what do we like to see? Well, we've got our big break now on this daily, which is a huge move for us. This is a massive downtrend that we have now cracked, and this happened, this started on the 8th of April. So it's been over a month of this downtrend, and now it's broken. So what does this tell us? Does this tell us we are now going to potentially start grinding up higher for our 72K target? Well, by the looks of it, if things are going to stay bullish, I would say this is potentially the next move on the cards for BTC. Once we get to the 72K, well, we can decide after that how we're going to play it. But for me, I'm looking for a bullish continuation here. So what am I looking for on this chart? Well, you can see this 50-day MA has come into play beautifully now. And what do I want to see? I'd love to see some kind of healthy pullback onto some decent horizontals here, onto this daily. So on this daily chart, 63K is a pullback level of interest that you need to watch. Okay, and we will still remain bullish if we pull back onto 63K, and that pullback there for me could be super bullish for us here, and these alts are going to then start absolutely pumping, and we'll definitely be giving a little bit of that bull sauce. Okay, dominance. Where's our dominance chart? Let's bang out our dominance chart quickly. Okay, so Bitcoin pumping, obviously not a big issue. When dominance is pumping and Bitcoin is pumping, it's actually acceptable. This dominance can ride higher. The fun part comes in when Bitcoin starts pumping and starts just getting a little bit stagnant for us, and then we get dominance rejecting at these type of areas. So I'm looking for a dominance rejection here at this region, 55.96, call it 56%. And that could maybe fuel some of these altcoins potentially and really start driving them. If you think you've seen a little alt pump now, wait till we get some kind of dominance rejection here. We could get some massive moves. So I'm watching this 55.9 level very closely. And then we've got a bit of a churn up. If we start blowing through this region, we do have a bit of a move higher up. So it's going to be interesting to watch. If we continue with a Bitcoin dominance pump, we just need to make sure that is tied in with Bitcoin moving up. Because if we start pushing this 57% level, we could be under a little bit of altcoin pressure there if Bitcoin is not quite behaving. So look out for that one. What does Satish say? Today I learned Banter Bubbles has a green color. Guys, isn't it lovely to see a little bit of pumpage? Now, I gave you guys so many entries yesterday that I was looking at, and one of the bangers was 𝗕𝗏𝗡𝗍. And I'm hoping some of you guys took that 𝗕𝗏𝗡𝗍 trade. We also saw FLOKI absolutely blow up. We got 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗀𝗡 start cooking as well. And let's see. Let me know in the chats who got what. I see you guys are talking about ADA a lot here in the chats. And I've got a nice guest here for you guys. So the lady that made that video is sitting, waiting patiently in the back. And she's hopefully going to give us tons of bull sauce on ADA. But before we get into ADA, I just want to cover Solana one more time and a couple of other altcoins from yesterday. I just want to update you on these levels and tell you what I'm seeing out there at the moment. So the reason I'm bringing up Sol again is because we cannot ignore it. We have to remain bullish on Solana. And you can see this tweet here. Sol continues to dominate all the chains in daily NFT blockchain user adoption. There's tons of activity here on Sol. Joe McCann says, for the first time ever, Solana has recently eclipsed ETH on daily economic value or revenue. And he's saying a friendly reminder that Sol is currently 1/5 of the value of ETH. Okay, so reason to be potentially bullish. And this one, DJ News, is talking about pump.fun. Okay, flip Solana in 24-hour revenue. What is pump.fun? Well, basically, you can create your own meme coin in something like 2 minutes or something like that on Solana. And this is obviously now creating a massive market within the ecosystem as well, and adding a little bit of source to the Sol ecosystem. So check out pump.fun if you want to create your own meme tokens. Yeah, go play around there, have fun. But let's look at Sol. Let's look at the big dog and see what is actually happening. So yesterday, I was telling you guys I was looking for a little bit of a pullback onto the 618, and we didn't quite get it. They sweated us down, but they front ran that 618, and unfortunately, I missed a potential entry here for this move at 134. So that's what I was waiting for. But what am I looking for now? Well, you can see we've got a nice trend break on Solana, and might start playing a little bit of catch up here. So what am I looking for? I just want to see a nice push into this 50-day MA. And then just like on that BTC chart, I want to see a nice bullish little pullback here. And then we want to send that thing higher. But it's a great start that we have broken a trend on the 12-hour. This is telling us that a major move could be underway here for Sol. So let's watch these areas very closely. And if you want to be long Sol, what I can suggest here for you is you could watch the current 12-hour candle low at 143. So watch that area as a potential support zone, and watch your previous low. And that is the low from the dip that they gave us. So the two areas I'm watching, 143.6 and 137.9. These are your two potential Sol support zones that you can play with now. So if we start losing these areas, let's say we start closing candles underneath these zones, these are the areas then maybe you want to look to start trimming that position, because then the Sol chart is not going to be looking as bullish as it's looking now. So remember, we're looking for bullish pullbacks here. We've had a nice trend break. Let's see if we can get this one moving. I see Crypto Madcap says he's a Sol man, and I know Bruce is going to be loving this. If Bruce is in the chats here, he's going to be absolutely all over this current situation. I see Joy is looking for Rose, and here is talking about Myro. Look, memes are pumping, so Myro should be one of the movers that we are watching. Okay, let's update on AVAX. So this was AVAX. I gave you guys this one yesterday. I said we're looking for a dip, and I explained very clearly why I was interested in this region, and my reasoning behind the CPI and feeling a little bit bullish on the current CPI situation. And it was really funny that these charts always seem to paint a picture for us and tell us the news before the news is going to happen. And when you see these alts drifting into major support zones ahead of a big news event, it often tells you a story. It often tells you that we could get some kind of bullish news or some kind of move out of these things. And today was no different. So we fired off a couple of longs in the Sniper Club today, and my charts were obviously sitting there. So for those of you that are interested in the Sniper Club, I update these charts daily. So these charts that you see on the show are only a handful of the charts that I'm putting in the Sniper Club every single day. And I update them daily. I give you my plan. I give you the market update. I tell you what my thoughts are for the day. And I basically guide you through the process. And there's a couple of charts I'm going to show you today, including Ondo, that have been sitting in Sniper Club for the last week or so while we waited for these entries. So if you're interested in hanging out at Sniper Club and seeing what it's all about, join it. There's a link in the description below. Come and see what we're doing. You'll have access to these charts. You can plan your day, you can plan your trades, and all these things around what I'm doing. And then obviously there's so much more than just my charts that are sitting there. I mean, Sheldon's in there obviously, and the Sniper team, and we've got amazing mods and traders in there. So there is so much happening in Снайпер Club. If you want access to those charts, come and join us right there. Okay, so AVAX traders, you can see what's going on. This entry made sense yesterday for multiple reasons. If you are long AVAX now, you've got to watch the same two areas that I've given you for Solana. Look under today's candle low, so 32.6, and look under the low from earlier at 31.3. Those are your two key support levels. These are your two main support levels now for AVAX. So if you're sitting in AVAX and you're not sure what to do, we are potentially now going to start moving higher. Okay, the idea here is if we stay bullish, we're going to track higher, and we just want to play this range trade. So as I said yesterday, you can see we fell into a range here, pump up, pump down, pump up, pump down, and we are looking for a simple move to the range high at around about 39. Could that tie in with a nice Solana move? Could it tie in with a nice BTC move up to 70K? Well, we'll have to wait and see. But so far, so good for things. And protect yourselves with stop losses. Protect yourselves with exit points. And your safest exit zone, if the things do turn over here, 32.6 and 31.3. These are your two big supports that you can be watching. Okay, another banger from yesterday, 𝗬𝗓𝗡, and typical little move down onto the 382. We had a beautiful 382 retest. So 𝗬𝗓𝗡 pushed higher. We pulled our fibs. What did we get? 382 bounce zone. And if you were trading 𝗬𝗓𝗡, well, you got your entry, you got your opportunity. This chart was also in the Снайпер Club. It's been sitting there for you guys to view and take advantage of. And right now, what are we seeing? 𝗬𝗓𝗡 is potentially going to blow some all-time highs. So what is that going to give us? And what are we looking for? So if we start popping the all-time highs, we know this is going to offer us quite a big strong support level. So right now the work needs to be done. If you are not sitting in 𝗬𝗓𝗡 now, you need to now make sure that we can break this all-time high and try and grab some major support. So ideally, if the market's going to turn bullish here, you want to see a strong pop here, but there will no doubt be a pullback on 𝗬𝗓𝗡 for you, and you will be able to get your entry, and it's most likely going to be roundabout this 44 region. So just be a little bit patient. If you are buying 𝗬𝗓𝗡 now, you are buying it into all-time high resistance. So your risk now is the fact that it could reject back to one of these support levels. So look out for one of these support zones at 38 and at 33.5. Both of these are potential rejection areas where it could come down to. So if you're looking for a long, you either want to blow this major all-time high and find support around 44. Then you can maybe start sending it higher. Alternatively, you want to look for a bounce long on any rejection now. So that is 38 or 33.5. These are your big areas that you can play with. So 𝗬𝗓𝗡, if you are long, if you are scalping long, TP, de-risk, you can see we are at a resistance area. Okay, same with Render. Nice little mover for us on Render, and also 382 play. So we've been saying we got NVIDIA results leading coming up on the 22nd of May. That's what's that, 7 days time. And you know, AI and Render particularly could be one of the plays that you still want to be involved in. So nice little 382 bounce for Render so far, and it's settled in really nicely and teed up perfectly into that CPI news. So your major support, one more time for Render, that you're going to be watching, 9.8. This is now your marker that you want to play with. If we do get another test this week, and we do have NVIDIA leading up, we're going to look for some kind of move back onto that support here. So 9.8 for me is a big one that you're watching. A little bit lower down, watch the 50-day MA at 9.3. And what are our potential targets? So Render's got a long way to go, and I've highlighted it here previously at about 18. This was my previous marker that I had for you guys. So for me, I think that is still on, and provided Bitcoin now holds this trend break, we're going to see these alts start catching up now. They've been lagging a hell of a lot. So I'd like to see Render push to 18, and that's confirming Bitcoin needs to break this trend, which it's done, hold the support, and then send it and print some new highs there for us. And then we should be on our way for a lot of these tokens. So look out, the ultimate target here for Render, 18. For me, and right now I am still sitting in a Render position. So here's my current trades on Bybit at the moment, and I grabbed 𝗬𝗧 and I grabbed Render. You know about I've been in Render, and I'm still sitting in this Doge position at the moment. So these are the current situation on Bybit that I've got going on, and Render again, no reason to close this one just yet. Looking for bigger things over the next couple of days. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready for my guest? I'm gonna play you guys a video. Hold on, I'm gonna play you guys a video. You got to see what they did to me. You got to see what these ladies did to me. And apparently they don't like the way that I talk about Cardano, because I call it ADA, and I've just always happened to call it that. So I'm going to show you what they had to say about me and Ray talking about ADA on my show. When was this? Last week. So Ray, will you just tell me that you can hear that sound as well? Let's just get this going here. I'm just going to turn this down. Now, look how they've done me here. Look how they've done me. So they took a clip from our show when I was talking about ADA, and they converted it into a little video. Let's see if we can hear this, Ray.
Oh, lovely. My good friend 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗀𝗆 just commented on a post. Let's see what it is.
Let's chart ADA. Let's actually look at it. Okay. If you're holding a bag of ADA, okay, I am a Cardano holder and holding some of these tokens, XRP, ADA. Let's chart ADA. Let's actually look at it. Let's look at it, and maybe it can
The meatball girl.
something. The reason I did it was because 𝗤𝗵𝗵𝗆 posted this tweet, and he said he's learning Italian. Okay? He says, I started learning Italian. This language is wild. So he typed in English, I am a Cardano holder. And then the Italian says, Ray, I'm not reading this.
So what do you want to do tonight?
Let's chart ADA. Let's actually look at it. Look at it, and maybe.
Why they do me like that,
Just
bro?
say ADA.
ADA, like the American Dental Association.
𝗤𝗵𝗵𝗆, and you know that.
Okay, you get the picture. You get the picture. And you know what? I love this video. I thought it was epic, and I thought the best play to be would to invite the instigator onto my show. And look who we've got. We've got Lily. What's happening? Lily from Cattle Daddy Media. So Lily, why do you love ADA so much? And why did you do me like that?
Oh, Dylan, it's just too good. We just really appreciated how you said ADA, and please just keep saying it, because it makes our day. You do you at the end of the day. ADA all the way, baby.
It's you know what? I started out ADA and I didn't realize there was a name. I didn't realize it was named after a person. I was just reading the ticker, and to me it just said ADA. But brilliant work. I mean, I absolutely loved it. So what I thought was, let's get you on the show. You obviously loving Cardano or ADA, and I wanted my community to get some information from you. We want to get some alpha, and we want to understand, you know, what are the good things floating around about ADA, Cardano, and you know, what do we need to be bullish on, and things like that. So let me pull up the screen quickly. I've also been running a poll in the chat, so I just want to see the current sentiment out there. And let's just pull out this video, and let me get my banging tunes back on. Hold on, I feel lost without my banging tunes in the back here. There we go. Okay, so I'm running a poll in the back, and I said to the guys, ADA is a sleeping giant, a shitcoin, misunderstood with huge upside. Okay, 27% say sleeping giant, 59% say shitcoin, 14% say misunderstood with a huge upside. Where are we?
Is there an option for absolute legend chain?
Okay, are we misunderstood?
Misunderstood. An absolute legend chain. I feel like Cardano has a rep for being this geeky chain that people, you know, take the mickey out of. But what people fail to understand is Cardano, we have builders, we have artists, we have awesome dexes, we have lending protocols, we have so much. We have NFTs. We've got so much. We're just as bullish as the Solana community. We're just underrated, and we're often overlooked because people are following the sheep. And if you follow the sheep, then you're sleeping on a giant.
It feels like you underrated. It feels like it's just not cool to trade ADA. This is Lily. Go follow her, Lily Brody, and the link is also in the description. So follow her. The link's in the description of the show. If you don't feel like digging around Twitter, grab it in the description of the show. Okay. So this is why I brought up ADA. So I used to be a massive ADA bag holder. I loved ADA. I was obsessed. And it just let me down so badly. And I was doing the whole thing. I was staking, I was doing everything. And it just let me down so badly. And it started falling into my Dustcoin category. And my Dustcoin category is like XRP, Litecoin, ADA. You know, those type of things. We call them dust coins because, like, basically when you trade them, dust comes out of the screen. They're so old. And I just felt so disappointed in ADA. And then I brought it up the other day, just an example, because we were talking about these dust coins. And I was trying to say you need to chase the ones that are pumping harder and things like that. And I used, obviously, ADA as an example. So what I'd like to know is, okay, here on the chart, you can see ADA is moving today. We've got nice support and things like that. There's potentially big upside. How do we get upside here? What is everybody missing about ADA other than overlooking it? What are they missing?
What are they missing? I'd say Cardano DeFi, to be honest. A lot of people are trading meme coins, excuse me, on Solana. And sorry, I'm still getting over some sickness I had last week, but I'd say Cardano DeFi is definitely underrated. Cardano has meme coins. Like we have meme coins. We have these tokens that back projects that we're building on chain. I don't know if you've ever seen 𝗧𝗱, but
Yes,
𝗧𝗱 is our top meme coin, and they're extremely bullish. They have their own community. They have their own energy drink. They're partnering with like other people from different chains in the space, and they're actually building. This is not just a meme coin that it's just based around watching the chart. This is more than that.
Community, vibe.
Mm-hmm. Community is a vibe, and they're actually building on the chain, and it's becoming way more than just me.
So there's a couple there. There's another one called 𝗧cie. Now, is this Charles's dog or something?
So 𝗧𝗂𝗲 actually started out as a meme coin, and it's branded as being completely worthless. But in terms of like community and culture, 𝗧𝗂𝗲 has completely grown, and I can't give too much away, but I do believe that they actually are building on 𝗧𝗂𝗲, and it's going to be more than just this meme coin. But again, I can't give too much away. But I'm bullish on 𝗧𝗂𝗲. I've always been bullish on 𝗧𝗂𝗲.
Okay.
You can't
So
not love 𝗧𝗂𝗲.
we got two meme plays here, and then you saying big DeFi things happening on ADA. Is that the play?
Exactly.
Are there any specific tokens involved there that we could look at?
Yeah, do you want to bop over to TapTools? So type in taptools.io at the top in your search bar. TapTools, yeah. So you can track the tokens. So anyone who's interested in Cardano DeFi, you can go to TapTools and you can track wallets and tokens and NFTs via TapTools. This is absolutely a legendary platform on Cardano. So
Okay.
okay, so we're on TapTools.
Yeah, we here. So, okay, what are we looking for here? So these are tracking Cardano tokens?
Yeah, so TapTool basically is, it tracks Cardano tokens, NFTs, and you can also track whales trading on the platform as well. So in terms of tokens to look out for, this is not financial advice, but I have a bag of 𝗧𝗱, obviously. And other tokens to look out for would be 𝗧𝗏𝗏. Now, 𝗧𝗏𝗏 is actually, so this is a loyalty token that's connected to 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏.io.
Okay.
Do you want to bop onto 𝗏𝗏𝗏?
I've got
now,
it, yeah.
𝗏𝗏𝗏 is basically, it's completely changing the game in terms of how you purchase books, how you sell them. So usually if you buy a book, let's say if you bought a book from Amazon, then the actual author will only give you the license to the book. But if you buy from 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏.io, which is their decentralized platform, Web3 marketplace for books, you actually own the rights to that book. You don't just own the license. So this is one big project that we have on Cardano, which is something that I would definitely suggest keeping an eye on.
Bullish on 𝗧𝗱, bullish on book, and then obviously bullish on ADA.
𝗧𝗂𝗲𝗏 and ADA.
Oh, and 𝗧𝗂𝗲𝗏. Okay. And tell me
I have
something.
a question.
Yes, go.
Go. So since my question is, what do you think would be the narrative to have people get to Cardano and have that same, not the same effect as on Solana, but just a narrative going on Cardano, where some of the sheep flock to Cardano? What would be the turn?
The turn? Well, the turn is to be open-minded and go across other chains. It's not about this being a popularity contest with Cardano in terms of the tech that we have, the low transaction fees. We have low transaction fees like Solana. We've got people building on this platform. It's just about being open-minded and being the one who goes, actually, no, I'm going to check out what they're doing over there because I feel like I'm missing out on something. I'm missing out on a bag. I'm missing out on a good investment in terms of the products that Cardano is building. So being open-minded. And also, if you're interested in moving over and learning more about Cardano DeFi, just reach out to some influencers in the space, reach out to the community. The community is so bullish. Like, we're so open-minded. We will chat to you. We will take our time to tell you, okay, right, this is the wallet you use. This is the lending protocol you use. We'll be there for you to come over. This is a community that we're welcome to everybody. We welcome
so
everybody.
guys, you can hear what Lily's telling you. If you want to find out more about this ADA situation, you don't know where to look, you don't know where to start, tag her on Twitter. Can we do that?
Tag me. Yeah, slide into my DMs.
Tag
I'll
on
help
Twitter.
you out.
Slide into the DMs. And then see what comes out of it. I want to give you guys a little bit of bull source on ADA here. Okay, so this is what we're tracking at the moment. So if you didn't buy the lows for ADA, what you can do is pay attention to this trend. You can see we've got a nice clean trend here at the moment, and it's looking very much like that Bitcoin trend. So what do we want to see if we want to turn bullish? We want to crack the downtrend. So ideally, we want to break this high, get a nice bullish pullback, and then push up just to the range high. So for me, there is a trade here potentially on ADA. So what you need to do, just wait for this trend break. Once we start breaking this trend, you're going to see some support's going to develop. And, Sheldon also loves trading ADA. So he might be having a crack at this thing once it breaks trend, and maybe we can catch it at the right time and trade this thing. So I'm looking at that 50-day MA as a potential target here, the 200-day MA as well. So anything round about 0.5, I think there's a move coming here. To be fair, for ADA, it might not be as big as some of the other tokens that have moved, but to be fair, I think there's a move coming.
I think so too. I feel like Cardano has great potential. I know obviously there has been a dump. I actually joined the community in 2021 when ADA was €1. Obviously now we're at the 40 cents mark, but watch what Cardano is building. Look at the protocols we have. Keep an eye out. Connect with the community. Chat with us. See what's going on, because we've got the meme coins, we've got the builders, we've got tech, we've got the low transaction fees, we've got Charles Hoskinson, aka Cattle Daddy. We've got it.
Is he Cattle
we're
Daddy?
vibing.
Okay.
He's our Cattle Daddy, hence where Cattle Daddy Media has come from.
Okay, I get it. Okay, last question. How did you get into crypto, and why did you choose Cardano out of everything you could have chosen?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So I actually joined the Cardano community as a digital artist. So during lockdown, I was playing around with digital art. I caught up with an old friend who was the founder of one of the NFT marketplaces in Cardano, and he said, hey, why don't you sell your artwork as NFTs? And he had to actually explain NFTs like Pokemon cards to me so I can actually figure out what they were. And I joined the community. At the time, it felt like there were only 10 women in the community, and I created artwork, sold artwork as NFTs, and I've stuck around since. The community, they were super welcoming towards me, made some really great connections, attended some awesome IRL events. There's Rare Evo this year, which is going to bring together all sorts of people from different blockchains, not just Cardano, which is about making that bridge. And I've stuck around. I've been holding since 2021. I'm not nervous about the position that ADA is at the moment, because I do believe that the Cardano has potential in terms of the tech, on-chain governance, and what we're building. Bullish.
Cool. Lily, well, guys, you've heard it from the horse's mouth, and continue the good work. I mean, the video was great, and we don't mind a bit of fun, and just keep up the great content. And you girls are welcome back anytime. Okay, just tag me on Twitter or get hold of me, and let's get Meatball Lady on as well. I'm sure she'll be great.
Oh yeah, Fern is absolutely amazing. She's so Cattle Daddy Media. We actually create content on Cardano and Web3. And 𝗧𝗏, she's one of our main creators, and in the videos that in all the videos that she's done with us, she's had meat. So we did a viral video called We Are Cardano Girls, and 𝗧𝗏 displayed a steak, as in like proof of staking. So she had a steak, she's had the meatballs. So she's really bullish on meat. So we should definitely get her on next time.
Guys, the link's in the description. We're going to get back onto some of these charts and some setups for you guys. The link for 𝗧𝗏 is literally in the description. She's got
follow her.
NFT art or something. Follow her. It's all there. Follow the girls. Support their videos. Get stuck into some ADA, some book, snack, and 𝗧𝗱𝗍𝗆. Lily, thanks for being a sport. Thanks for joining.
Thanks, Dylan.
Okay, catch you later. Ciao. Okay, guys, let's crack on with some of these setups here that we are watching at the moment. So here is FLOKI. So this was the one we spoke about yesterday. This was a huge move for us today that we got out of FLOKI. So the move I wanted to see was this little squeeze. And just a reminder, when you get these type of setups, you're looking for these type of bullish plays here where they squeeze higher and they eventually just pop these little areas. And FLOKI was teeing up for that really nicely here. So right now we've got the break, which is looking good. And support we need to pay attention to now for FLOKI. If you are long FLOKI, you want to watch this 0002 level. That is now your new support zone that you are paying attention to. That is what you're watching now. And 0002, I don't know why my pen has turned red, but here it is. Okay, so 0002 for FLOKI, that is your support. And a little bit lower down, if they really want to punish you here, you're looking at this 50-day MA for your next potential support level. So that's going to be around about 000183. Watch that area again, 000183. That is your next level. But FLOKI, there could be some really proper upside here. If we look at the current situation, we had an 830% pump last time they gave us a bullish move like this. Let's see where they can take us, but I'd like to see at least a test of these highs. So a potential 51%er coming up. Do you like meme coins yet, Ray?
No, I was thinking maybe your pen turned red because of the ADA BTC chart is super red.
It didn't pump very hard, did it? I mean, but you know what? Maybe there's something.
I'm just saying ADA versus BTC. Once we get an uptrend, we get DCA.
Okay, and remember, the ADA will have its day in the sun. Something will happen at some point, and there was a very good comment here. Alt season will pump ADA. Alt season will pump anything. Okay, and ADA might even start pumping on alt season. James says Ray seemed nervous there. Is he in love? Okay, an AI banger for you guys. Here's Ocean. So this is what I want you guys to get this now on your watch list. We've had a nice bounce on Ocean. Is this going to be a sign now for us leading into NVIDIA? Are we going to get some AI moves in the near future? So Ocean is now on the 8-hour pushing into a trend. So pay attention to what is happening here currently with Ocean. You can see we've got trend pressure here now, looking for this break, looking for this pump now through this trend. So right now we are at a resistance zone. This is a potential rejection area, but this is a great start for Ocean. What you want to do now is look for some bullish pullback zones, and you're just going to bang out your fib on this current move, and you want to try and spot your areas of interest where you can grab your scalps, where you can get in. If you aren't in already, you're looking at 0.89. Okay, that's your first area of interest. So if we get a little bit of weakness here, 0.89, this is your support you're watching. That's where you want to maybe look for longs on things like that. Zone number 1, 0.89 for Ocean, and first upside target is going to be 1.02. So look out 1.02, and if they do get that little meltdown, look at this 382. Watch out for the 618, obviously, as well, a little bit lower down. You want to hold that 618, and it's going to look something along those lines for Ocean. Just pay attention to key supports, and if we start losing this low, remember the rule: the market is not looking good after that pump, and then that's probably going to tell us that it was a massive fake out as well on that CPI data. If we start losing those lows, and then maybe you just want to be jumping out because maybe things are going to turn a little bit dark and deadly out of that. So watch these key levels: 0.89, the 618, 0.86. Watch that. And then the absolute lows. We lose those lows, you know where we're going, guys. You know exactly where we're going. Okay, here's 𝗬𝗬𝗕𝗬𝗀. So this was another AI play, and I was talking about this one as well. And this has obviously grabbed my attention
because of, well, multiple reasons. But number one, we had these massively oversold RSIs on the daily moving into some strong zones. So for me, this was an interesting play, and that's why I grabbed that tower along there on that dip. And now, obviously, we need this thing to continue, because what we're looking at now could easily just be just a continuation of this downtrend. So option one that could actually be playing out is just something along these lines. So right now we could be in the process of just a little move off nice support. So let's not get super bullish until we know for a fact that Bitcoin is holding that trend break and then wants to track a little bit higher to that 70K level. Right. So what does 𝗵𝗀𝗱𝘆 say? The interview broke the chat. Watch. Big level now is your low. Your big level is the reversal zone that they gave us. So 330. Okay, watch 330 for tower. Let's see how that plays out. You can see I'm currently long and strong here. I've got a 15K position on tower, so I backed that one a little bit more than the Doge play. And let's see if it's going to play out. You know the exit zones. You know if we lose that 300 level, that is where we probably going to be jumping out of this tower, and then things are looking dark and deadly, and we are heading a little bit lower. Okay. Update for you guys on PEPE. So nice meme narrative yesterday. GME was really pushing things, and look, it makes sense that PEPE is having a little bit of a struggle here at all-time high, and we can't always just blow through all-time highs and just continue to send it. So look out, a little bit of resistance here in this area, but I'm still loving this PEPE here at this 382. You can see we've got nice horizontal support. We've got nice 382 sitting here as well. So for me, PEPE, anything down to about 930. So any move, anything like this down to 930, still looking bullish, still looking good for PEPE. So nothing to worry about there, nothing too concerning there on PEPE. Just let it find its support, let it consolidate a little bit more. And RUNE has come back to the party. So we looked at this one. We were looking at a 618 pullback, front ran that 618 area a little bit, but now we've got a trend break on RUNE. So I'm going to dial in for you guys now shortly. But nice to see, nice little bullish bounce on RUNE, and we've cracked the 200-day moving average. This is a huge area, and when we see, let me just zoom in here. Let me show you exactly what I mean. You can see what's going on here. We've cracked this 382, and this 382 was support previously. Okay, then it turned into resistance, and now they've popped it again. So now we've got 200-day moving average support for you at 5.75. I've got horizontal support for you at 5.75. I've got 382 support for you at 5.75. And I've got trend support for you. So for me, RUNE is looking good. RUNE is looking bullish here. And if we dial in a little bit, let's go onto the 4 hour, just get our heads around this current picture. And you can see the support zone we need to play with. So let's pull some fibs on the smaller move as well, and just confirm our levels here. Okay, so anything for me on RUNE, any retest here, any pullback for RUNE down into the 618 even. So anything down to 5.7 for me, still bullish, still tradable, still long, and those type of things until we start losing those areas. So if we lose the 200-day MA again, then the market's potentially turning bearish again, and then we need to jump out. We need to reassess where we are with things. But right now, I'm loving RUNE, trend break, decent support here in play. So yeah, long may it last, long may it pump. And let's see. Jod says he wants BMX. So guys, I'm prepping a gaming show for you guys. These gaming tokens are sleeping. They've all fallen over the last few months. Things are very quiet there in the gaming narrative. I'm bringing you a gaming show. It's either tomorrow or Friday, but I'm going to bring you 5 or 10 absolute banging gaming tokens. BMX will be on there as well. Obviously IMX and some of your favorite gaming tokens. So just stay tuned. Tomorrow or Friday, I'm going to bring it to you. Here's a little link trade we gave on Sniper Club today. I just wanted to take you guys through it and just explain where we are on the current situation for Link. So why did I like this area? Well, we were watching this wedge on Sniper Club for probably a couple of weeks, and there was this nice smooth wedge in play, and we were looking for this move into this wedge. Why did this attract my attention? Well, number one, it was a rising trend in play, so that could offer a support. Number two, we had horizontals lining up there. Number three, I had a 786 fib pool, and number four, we had CPI data incoming that people were suspecting was going to be pretty bullish for the market. So by the time Link had settled into this area, it started making sense that we needed to be looking for longs in these zones, and we went for longs today in Sniper Club. We gave out that signal, and we got a pump out of Link. So if you did take this, you are now at TP. So if you are trading Link, and you are currently at our first TP zone. Okay, what does that mean? That's the area where we look to take profit, because this is a resistance zone. This is an area where we say we've been in this trade, now we want to de-risk a little bit because it's now created a move, and this is a danger zone. These TP zones are danger zones, they're resistance zones, they're rejection zones. And as you can see, what happens when you hit a rejection zone, like this trend high, we got to move down. We pushed another rejection zone, we got to move down. So we are now at a rejection zone. So don't be surprised if we do get some kind of rejection and move lower on Link. So that is why we're calling that the TP zone and the take profit area. Then we have a few areas higher up for you. So there will be a second phase to this trade. And the second phase is going to be, once we pop this region, we're going to just look to find support again on that horizontal. And then we want to ride it up to our next phase, which is our TP2. Okay, so there's three phases to this potential trade. Once we get to that TP2 zone, we're going to have another trade in play for you guys. So this TP2, you can see here, it's at resistance. We're looking for a rejection there. But once we crack that area, this is going to be phase 3. We're going to look for that pullback, and then we're going to look for phase 3 into that region. So if you're not in Link, for example, you are now at a resistance zone. And if you are jumping into Link, you stand the chance of it pulling back a little bit. And in fact, any coin that is pumped in the last 2 hours on CPI News, you stand the risk of it just drawing back a little bit there for you guys. So make sure you pull out your 382s, your 618s, and your support regions. And if you are waiting for a trade, you really just now need to just let these things pop through their resistance zone. You saw it on RWeave as well. We've got to break these resistance areas. We want to know that we have support, because that's where we get our best longs from those areas. So Link right now, your resistance 13.6, your main support for Link 13. Okay, watch 13. 13.6 is resistance. When we've got 13.6 as support, when we know we've got the support in this region, we can then look for longs for the next move up to 14.4. So that is how we're playing that. Right, what's everyone shouting at you in the chats? Let's see. Great alpha banter team, much appreciation for the ADA girls, to the ADA girls. Yeah, good for them. You know, they got conviction on ADA, and they're loving their things. So here's Ondo. Okay, Sniper Club members, you had this chart. This chart was sitting there for you guys. Let me actually share. Let me just share this quickly. Oh no, we're out of time. Okay, Ondo, this was a Sniper Club chart for you guys. You know, we've been prepping this for a while. I was watching this entry for probably 10 days on Ondo. We were waiting for this to move into this little hot zone, and we got it. So it landed in our hot zone here today. And, you know, true to form, what did we get? We got a meltdown into CPI data, but we had a meltdown even better into trend, horizontal, major 786, range low. There were multiple reasons here why we could have got an Ondo bounce, and that is why I was calling it a hot zone. So Ondo is now cooking and moving higher up to our range high. So if you are trading Ondo, you got to just watch your range high here. That's your potential next rejection area that you need to pay attention to. So 0.86. Watch 0.86. That's your rejection zone. And right now, also interesting, a little fight here on the 50-day moving average. So let's see what happens here with Ondo. We could easily get a little rejection off the 50-day MA. So don't be surprised if you see that. So right now, 0.8 is where the current fight is. And ideally, you want to blow through the 50-day MA. Once we can see some kind of support forming above this 50-day MA, then you know you're on track for your next potential region. But we're only going to play this range for now. Let's see what happens when it gets to that range. If it starts breaking up, well, that's bonus, and we'll start looking for new entries and things like that. But right now, just play safe. Watch your huge areas, watch your big resistance zones, and all those things. Ray, have I missed any tokens here in the chats? Did I miss anything?
Do we do RWeave?
RWeave, yeah, I got.
We did,
we've covered 8.
Mm-hmm.
𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗀𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗓. Let's look at PYTH. Okay, so PYTH is a good one. It's very topical because there's a massive PYTH unlock happening in a few days, and I'm talking massive. It's like $1 billion. Okay, and this thing has been bleeding into this unlock. So by the time you generally get these unlocks, you're probably going to find these things are quite priced in by the time these unlocks happen. Just let this chart load. This is definitely not how I do it. Hopefully it's going to load shortly. So PYTH has been melting down. This news is public news. Everybody knew this was going to be happening. So they've obviously now been selling it into this news. We've got $1 billion unlock coming here. And, you know, to me, that's it's pretty bearish, and we have to identify some potential hot zones. This chart isn't loading yet for some reason. Maybe it was the wrong one.
It might be just as bearish.
There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what has PYTH done? I've identified a couple of areas for you guys here. We are sitting at an interesting zone. Okay, it's a 786, but it's currently resistant. So you can see what's happened here previously with PYTH. Look at this resistance in this area. And right now we've lost this area and we're actually looking for a rejection now in this zone. So let's pay attention here. Because if we break this region, then PYTH could be turning a little bit more bullish and things could start cooking. So if we push up 0.44, okay, if we break 0.44, find some kind of support in this area, then PYTH could start the move to that trend. But remember, exercise major caution. $1 billion worth of tokens or something is getting unlocked. And if you get those in your hands, you know, and the market is a little bit flat, I don't know. If you, the person getting your PYTH back, you need to decide what you're going to do with it. But, you know, if it was me, maybe I'd sell a portion. Who knows if it's been locked up for so long. Okay, so look out for that. Ray, thanks for hanging. Guys, you know the drill. Bitcoin, you've got your key levels, you've got your big levels. The main thing we're watching now, this daily trend needs to hold. We've broken it. That's excellent. We can all be very excited about that, but we can't be super excited until we confirm that we are holding this trend now. Otherwise, it's just another fake out and they're sending us back straight to hell. So watch these levels, watch that bullish pullback. We said 63K was our number. Let's make sure we hold that on the daily chart, and then we should be okay. Then things should be moving nicely. Eyes on dominance, of course, and have a great day. See you tomorrow.